So there's a whole range of Pinot Noir. Everything from something resembling a rosé to a very big, inky wine. And there in the middle of that range is a very narrow margin where you have the purity of Pinot Noir. And that's where King Richard's is. And it's very difficult to achieve this with balance and purity of fruit. And if anybody says it's easy to do that, they're lying. The Pinot Noir grape, the Pinot Noir variety, is very delicate in the vineyard. So you need just the right spot with, it's not too cold, it's not too warm, the soil drains. And if you have anything other than an ideal spot, the fruit is just insipid. And in the cellar, if you're heavy-handed, you're gonna end up a wine with a lot of hard edges. So you're gonna be punished. You can't try and make a Pinot Noir be a Cabernet. You have a better chance of teaching a cat how to fetch. So you have to accept the Pinot Noir and accept its virtues, and you will be rewarded with a wine like this. Pinot Noir is a varietal that's very aromatic. It is said that Cabernet is wine for the heart and Pinot Noir is wine for the intellect. And I believe it's because of all the aromatics. Your sense of smell is the closest to your brain's memory. So as you smell the Pinot Noir, it makes you think about life and so on and so forth. So it's a very intellectual experience. And King Richard's is filled with aromatics. And then the aromatics are followed by a very substantial mid-palate. And then it finishes with very fine tannins that are coated with dark fruits and dried spice. It's very reminiscent of the Russian River. This vertical of King Richard's represents a string of really great vintages from the Russian River. Each vintage tells a story of what happened that year, in the season, in the cellar, so on and so forth. And the opportunity to taste these side by side will be an amazing experience. We've cellared these wines for you, so now you can experience all these vintages side by side. And with King Richard's, we source grapes from multiple vineyard sites. So for example, what happened in the Bacigalupi vineyard or the Martinelli vineyard, where they're far from each other, is going to affect how the wine comes out. So each one of these wines has its own personality. Now this string of vintages are all quite stunning, and they have each of their own characteristics reflected of each one of those vintages and those vineyard sites. And each year we select the top performers for that year and put them into the final blend. One of the great things about this opportunity to experience this vertical is these wines have been beautifully aged. And a wine that has been cellared is going to be more complex, it's going to be more integrated, and it's going to have more aromas and more flavors than a wine that's just been bottled. So you'll be able to experience a cellared wine. This is an amazing opportunity for you to experience 6 great vintages of King Richard's side by side. So gather up some of your best friends, cook a great meal, and open them all up at the same time and experience them side by side. And you'll see the stories of each vintage come through in the bottle.